I let them hang when I pull this thing. All you bitches best to know my name. No, but in you hoes, I'm coming from South Park. Catch you after dark, I'ma spit your fucking chest apart. Follow you.
A video on Twitter. A video.
hotel, especially when the hotel got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. No threat to our Hotep, especially when the Hotep got the goddess. Mask off, he's working his ass off, trying to tell y'all goofy dudes what they playing. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand. It's Hotep. Hope you motherfuckers understand.
Kill 'em.
What's going on, everybody? What is this, Tuesday? Happy Tuesday. Welcome to Jay and Cannon. I am Cannon Hotep. I appreciate you guys hanging out. Give yourselves a round of applause. You could be anywhere right now, but you're hanging out with us. And I really appreciate it. Jay be with us shortly. You know he doing the daddy thing, getting his kids all situated. Man, if you're new though, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification icon to let you know when it's supposed to let you know when I got new content coming out. YouTube ain't doing what they supposed to do. Still ain't seen no notification come across my screen or my phone. Rumble though, on the other hand, Rumble showing love. We got people over there as we speak, funneling in. I appreciate you guys over there on Rumble. Make sure you hit that thumbs up over there, that Rumble button, that plus button, whatever it is on your phone, hit that button. Help me get to the top of the algorithm. Help me get on, the editor's page or whatever it is they call it over there. Anyway, let's see. Oh man, there we go. There go Jay right there. What's up, Jay? What's going on, sir?
What's good, Cannon? How you living?
Chilling.
How's my audio? Can you hear me okay?
Yep, you good to go.
Good.
Yep.
Salute to the chat. What's going on, Cannon? Oh,
not much, man. So before I got on, Hotep with it was he said he torn, bro.
Why? Torn about what?
He torn about the Flash movie.
Oh, on whether or not he wants to go check it.
Yeah, whether or not he wants to go check it. Like, check this out real quick. I can't blame him.
Michael
though.
Keaton's in it. That's a no.
Bro, so he say, let me make this a little bigger. There we go. He says, can't lie, this actually looks really good, but ever since Cannon Hotep got me hip to what kind of psycho Ezra Miller is, I'm torn. I want to see this, but at the same time, I don't think they should release it due to his crimes. What are your thoughts? So he's asking the people what the thoughts are, right? And and I don't blame him, right? Because I said I wasn't going to go see it either until I seen Michael Keaton. I seen Michael Keaton and I'm like, hey, yo, I don't know. Like I don't agree with what Ezra Miller did. I don't want to support Ezra Miller, but
look how they gave Ezra Miller bail, but they didn't have any bail for Jonathan Majors.
Exactly.
What's up with that? What's going on?
And he got evidence to support that he didn't do his crime. Meanwhile, Ezra Miller over here, he fucking holding kids hostage or whatever the fuck he was doing. You know what I mean? They still released this movie. Like Flashpoint might be arguably one of the best comic book stories ever. You know what I mean? Like it might be one of the best comic book storylines ever. I'm assuming Michael Keaton's playing Thomas Wayne. Because in Flashpoint, he go back in time and it was Thomas Wayne. Now we do see that they got Supergirl instead of Superman, right? Or Superboy. Because in the comic, they're in
a different dimension or whatever.
They're in an alternate timeline. And in that alternate timeline, it was like Superboy and not Supergirl, but they went with Supergirl. And I know that it wasn't Bruce Wayne that was playing Batman, it was Thomas Wayne. So I want to say because I love the Flashpoint story. You know what I mean? And I like how they
Right,
got in this Flashpoint they mixed like all they got the Christopher Nolan bat cycle, and then they got the original Batmobile from the 89.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, like it's this nostalgic. The original bat suit from 1989, like the shit looks good. You know what I mean? It's just some people say you got to separate the art from the artist. You know what I mean? And like, I might have to.
Theaters are gonna be packed. We're all coming to see Michael Keaton.
Everybody, I think that's what it is. I think everybody that's going to go see this movie is not going to see it for Ezra Miller. They're going to see it for Michael Keaton, right?
And then for the people that grew up on the Christopher Nolan one, they're probably going to go to see if there's some nods to Christian Bale in there. If Christian Bale make a cameo, just like this could be. So this is basically like the Spider-Man No Way Home, but in the DC universe, right?
Oh, where? Yeah. And
that's what it looks like. This could be like cameo filled. Like they're gonna be like, oh, we need some extra help, and then maybe Christian Bale will show up or something like that, and everyone's gonna go wild, you know?
Right. Everybody's gonna go wild. And Christian Bale comes out of nowhere, or Jay Garrett, the original Flash from the TV show from 1980 or 1993, I think it was, or 91.
The CGI is so good these days with the deep fakes and stuff. They could have Christopher Reeve pop up in this one for all we know.
You ain't lying about that, right? Speaking of that, though, speaking of deep fakes, right? Did you see this new video game that they're creating?
Man, yeah, I looked at it. I was like, it's hard to say that's real. Is that real, or is it a video game? So I'm gonna let everybody see this, right? This shit's crazy. So I'm not gonna play the audio of it, but I want you guys to watch this. This shit like body cam footage, right? It does. It look like body cam footage.
Jesus. So let's get to it. I forgot what
kind of rating are these kind of games gonna have that look like this like actually happening?
Right. I think they said the game's called Unreal or something like that, or Unreal Engine or some shit like that.
But the other they have a horror one too. They're working on this cop one, but they do have a horror one.
You see, Unrecorded is what it's called.
Unrecorded.
It's called Unrecorded. So let's get to it. And it's the thing. All right, let's just start.
Let's see what it's all about.
So check this out, y'all. Now watch this. Look at this, guys. Look at this, right? I mean, it like he in like a slum in like the Ukraine right now, right? Like
they're really gonna be able to wag the dog now.
Bro, we getting to that. Look at this shit. Look. Bro, guys, what we're watching is not real. This is not real. The building isn't real. Right now the images you're seeing now, I think they said this was in 720p because somebody tried to record the recorded part, so they're only recording 720p. But even 720p looks real, right? And I think he gets into the 4K stuff here. Let me go forward a little bit. Right here, I think this is what it is. Like this is the 4K stuff. Look at this shit. This game is called Unrecorded. This game looks 100% real. Like if it wasn't for like some of the people that he's shooting at, you can kind of see them. They look kind of like maybe not, maybe not real. But when I watch the shit at a glance, I'm like, yo, this look like, I'm about to say, right, Jay?
What you about to say?
Another school shooting happening, and you pick a part of America. Recorded on Facebook.
Yeah, that's what I like. It's gonna be like the desensitized to violence, especially if they're gonna come out with games like that where you like people. It's gonna be insane. But this opens a whole nother door of the kind of stuff that's getting ready to come down the pipeline now.
So people didn't believe that this was a real game. That this was a game.
Remember those trainers? This looks like a trainer. You know how you get in front of a big video projector, and then you take your weapon and you point it and stuff like that, and it's on a trainer. That's what it looks like.
It does.
It's like a real life simulator. It looks like.
Exactly. So check it, right? People didn't believe that it was a game. They thought somebody. So the developer, he's like going frame by frame, showing it, and he's just playing around. He's shooting just indiscriminately at stuff to prove that it's him playing the game. Like that, like the person that's manipulating the gun is just crazy. It's just the character in the game. He's manipulating from his keyboard.
Have you seen the horror one?
No, I didn't.
So they got one where it's like a haunted mansion in the woods late at night, and you're walking through the woods and you hear all these creepy sounds, and you go inside this house with your flashlight. Then all of a sudden you see a ghost girl come running at you and stuff.
Are you serious? No, y'all count me out on that one. I thought you would have checked that out. You count me out on that one. But no, they got a trailer for it?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what its name is. I thought it was by the same people that made this one.
Is it really? Let me see.
Yeah. Ghost Girl. I don't know what it's called.
Let's see. Realistic.
You're in the woods. You're in the woods, getting chased by the ghost girl. She looked like the girl off a Ring or whatever.
Oh shit! Hold on. What are you at?
I gotta get my controller out to charge it.
Is it what? Oh, is this it? The body cam horror trailer? Is this it right here? Oh hell no! Oh, here we go, guys.
Looking forward to checking it out. Oh yeah, that's it.
Hold up.
Teddy! Come here, boy! Oh, what has gotten into him? Teddy, come on now!
Yo, look how crazy, look how real Teddy, the trees in the woods look.
Sake.
Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no!
You like that?
Fuck no, yo. Somebody's gonna have a heart attack. What the fuck? No, yo. What is this? Are you serious? Shit. You wouldn't catch me playing this shit, period. What? Yo, somebody's gonna piss themselves playing that game, bro. What the fuck? I've never seen that. That shit look real as shit. If I wasn't a grown man, my balls would have dropped when she ran through the woods like that.
How'd she get on the house, too? The ghost. I would leave that ghost girl alone and head back to the house.
Yo, that's fucking
so you have
crazy.
A good day, ghost girl. I'm out.
But the thing about it is, the reason I bring this up, right?
Yeah.
Is do you see how realistic that shit look? Could you imagine the propaganda? Could you imagine the false flags they could create?
The elucidate. Well, all that was nothing compared to what they got up their sleeve when they get a hold of this technology.
Oh, get a hold of it. They already using it. A video on
Twitter saying
they already using it. That's the crazy part. Holy smokes, yo. Like, this game, like, right now he's showing, like, the older games, right? The shit that you would see in your Oculus versus this shit. Just imagine they want to do some shit. Now they don't gotta, I guess they don't need to use real collateral damage no more. They can create.
Zelensky can drop one of these videos and be like, look what they try to do to us.
Imagine this, right? Imagine this. You got this game or something like this. They create a simulation of a school or whatever. They run the simulation. You think you watching a real shooter. They use that shit, what's it called? thispersondoesn'texist.com. Generate some faces. These are your victims. Nobody will fucking know. Nobody would know. Everybody would believe that was real. They got people they're gonna have people marching in the street for a fake person. Somebody that never existed. Reaction PR said DARPA has elevated the game. Bro, this shit is crazy. YV said this new to us, old to them. That's true. That was always a thing, yo. They said anything that we get is probably like 40 or 50 years old. 25
years, 30 years ago or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, Fuego, this is a game, bro. This is a game.
So it's the video game's starting to blur the line between
You're right.
That's it. They're trying to blur the line between reality and virtual realities, like we're indistinguishable.
Right.
If they showed, like, if this was on the thing, right, and they said, we have exclusive footage, like if it was airing like on one of those fake news networks, we have exclusive footage of what happened earlier. Here's the body cam video, warning some of it is graphic. And we looked at this, right? You and I breaking it down, looking at it, we would think that we were looking at something that really went down. We wouldn't think anything other than that.
Also, remember, I did a video for this too. I need to find it. Remember this? You remember that bullshit the Ukraine pulled? Remember that
the
video?
lasers?
No, remember the video where it looked like Paris was being attacked?
Oh, that was a while back ago. Yeah, it's kind of vaguely now. Where
Yeah,
it
but
had the little things. You showed it on the, what's his name?
That was all bullshit. It wasn't even a real like clearly it was bullshit, but it wasn't a real nothing about it. Like everything was CG or like you know what I mean? That's the crazy part. What the hell did I just do? Oh, here we go. Oh, come on. Did I just do that? Jeez Louise. Anyway, hold on. See if I can't find. Oh my gosh. There we go. Hold up. Somehow I didn't. Damn it. What the freak? Hold up, y'all. Oh my gosh, are you serious? Shit. Hold on. I'll figure it out later. There we go. Let's see. By the way, the dope ass fucking instrumental you listening to is from King Coins. My man hit me in, I think it was Instagram. It's like, yo, I got some dope background music if you want it. Just want to contribute to the cause. I said, bro, I appreciate you. So I had to throw that on. Let's see, where is that? Here it go. Check this shit out. Y'all remember this? Check this out.
You only believe half of what you see. Before we start this video, hit that like, subscribe, and hit that share button. Also hit that notification icon. It'll let you know when I got new content coming out. I really appreciate it. I want y'all to check this video out.
Let's see.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Oh merde. Oh mon Dieu. Viens voir, viens voir.
Pretty scary, huh? But you know the interesting part? That video is not even real. That video was computer generated. See, this video was created to show what it would look like if a war broke out in Europe. But see, that's not the interesting part. Interesting part is how real it looked. When I first saw this video, it fooled the hell out of me for a second until I realized it was the Eiffel Tower in the background. See, the thing we shouldn't be concerned about is what a war would look like in Europe. We should be more concerned about the fact that they could make a video that fake look that real. Now, with all the goings on in Ukraine and Russia and all this other stuff, that begs the question. If they could make that video look real, who's to say that the footage they're showing us over in Ukraine is real? Now, see, I know you want to call me a tinfoil hat conspiracy theorist, but you just saw what they can do with a computer. And we know that the media in the West isn't giving us all the information. They want us to believe that Ukraine is handily beating Russia. Meanwhile, you got news outlets over in Europe saying otherwise. And I said this before in a tweet. The more important question is who is winning the information war? And when you got videos like that, you can sway a lot of opinions. You can sway a lot of narratives. I say all this to say, keep that old saying in the back of your mind. Believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. Do your own research. Because as technology gets better, so will the propaganda. It's Canon Hotep saying, stay frosty, people. I'll holla at you.
Now look where we at. We got a whole video game that looked like they could, you know, like that shit was a body cam. That's how real they can make this shit look. So imagine what they can do with propaganda. Imagine what they can do with a fucking CGI boat in the middle of the water with a torpedo hitting it with some camera catching it. Or like I said, a school or a mosque or a church to get everybody riled up and galvanized to go do something else, to either take our freedoms away or take somebody else's. Hell, remember the CGI what's his name? Damn it, Morgan Freeman. That shit's scary, Jay.
Yeah, they'll be able to hoodwink all of us right now. We're just gonna fall for the nonsense.
Definitely.
We won't really have much of a choice because we'll just be like, the stuff is so good, the video is so clear. Like, what else would we be led to believe? And if anyone was to argue with it, you just look crazy as heck. Like, what else could you say, man?
Yeah, no, yeah, exactly. You know, it's crazy, yo. And I don't mean to harp on this. I just wanted to show everybody that, yo, because that shit was nuts when I seen it. I was like, yo, immediately as soon as I seen it, so first off, I was like, that's fucking cool. I want to play that game. Is it going to be on the fucking virtual VR? Apparently it's not going to be in VR. It's going to be, I think it's just a PC game for right now. They said they can do console, but it's going to be PC game. But I'm like, then the next thing was like, yo,
next level. They
can do some real nefarious shit with this game.
I said it.
Shit. Reaction PR said Trestone gonna pull a Die Hard 3. YV says, so them body cams from the hotel in Casino Land. Ooh. Yeah. Protocol said many believe that the church Christ was this. That's exactly what it looks like. The shit that happened in New Zealand, that's what this looked like. That's what that looked like. Boy, you gotta keep your head on the swivel, boy. You don't know what's real no more. You can't believe none of what you see or what you hear right now, people. You can't believe none of what you see or what you hear right now. Bro. Anyway. That game's gonna be a fucking hit when it comes out. Oh man, what else we got today? Let's see. All right, let me see. So your boy, hey yo. Actually, we'll get to that in a second. Hold up. Remember Dante Wright, the guy that got shot by the police officer? Taser, and she shot him with the gun. You remember that? He got pulled over.
I've forgotten.
So let me see. Let's go back to the tape. Let's see. One in the chat if y'all remember the Dante Wright story.
I'll probably remember once I see some of it, then I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah.
Let me see.
You know, on Twitter, we get inundated with all that stuff nonstop.
Yeah.
Between Twitter and YouTube, there's so many different footage of tasers and shootings and all that stuff.
Yeah. Here I go right here.
This is a sad story, folks. So for those of you who don't know, a kid by the name of Dante Dante Wright was pulled over on a traffic stop. During the traffic stop, the police found out that he had a warrant for his arrest. As they went to take him into custody, he began to fight with the police and try to jump in his car and take off. And while the other two officers tried to get him out of the car, the third officer pulled her gun thinking it was a taser, yelled, "Taser, taser, taser," pulling the trigger, then pop. He speeds off, she drops her gun and goes, "Oh no, I shot him. Oh no, I shot him." Now, honestly, guys, I do think it was a mistake. I think it was a negligent discharge. I think she really meant to go for her taser instead of the Glock. But mistake or not, there needs to be some consequences for this police officer, period. Lady, you're a 22-year veteran of the police force in your town. You should not be making those type of mistakes. That mistake cost somebody their life. There's no do-overs for that kid. He was 20 years old, still had some time to correct himself and get on the right track. You know what this tells me? This tells me that the police training in some of these cities and states is piss poor. You mean to tell me in 22 years you don't remember that your taser's on your left side? The situation wasn't really that stressful. You fucked up. Now, do I believe that Dante Wright was in the right? No, I don't. Me personally, I think that if he had a warrant for his arrest and they caught him, you gotta take that L, not run. Which I never really understood. I don't understand why people run. The police know where you live. They got your ID. Like, how far you think you're gonna get? But his combativeness should not have cost him his life, because an officer doesn't know her right from her left. Now, they said the officer resigned her position. That's not enough. That's not enough. You can't say, "Oops, my bad," and move on with your life like it's nothing. Now, should she have her day in court? Yeah, but she needs to face the music. And for all y'all conservative ink out there, bringing up this kid's past like it had something to do with him getting shot that day, y'all make me sick, man. A picture of this kid holding a gun, whether it was illegal or not, wasn't just cause for him to get shot that day. You do this all the time. You did it with Ahmaud Arbery. You did it with George Floyd. And now you did it with this kid. Why? What point do you got to prove? A life was taken when it didn't have to be. Now, if you feel like his actions that day contributed to what happened and you felt like it could have been avoided, then comment on that. But don't start digging in his past trying to justify what happened to him. And then you wonder why you have a hard time reaching out to the black community or have a hard time reaching people that's on the fence. It's when you do stuff like this and you try to justify these things, going too hard for your base instead of showing just a little bit of humanity. Anyway, condolences to the young man. Hope his family finds some kind of peace and justice in what happened. And for all you people over on the right who are trying to justify this, y'all need to take a long look in the mirror and put yourself in that situation, or put your kid in that situation, and tell me if you still keep that same thought process.
That's young Cannon Hotep when I was wet behind the ears. You know, wet behind the ears in the YouTube game. But yeah, I mean, yeah, so that's the story of
judge, jury, and executioner is how they view him, huh? Comply or die.
Comply or die. But you know how they do. Oh, he probably was this. I mean, come on, y'all. Anyway,
so it goes back to blue no matter what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So check it. Here we go right here. From Just the News. Kim Potter, ex-Minnesota officer convicted of manslaughter of Dante Wright, released from prison. Potter will live in Wisconsin and remain on supervised release until December 21st. So, get rid of this. I don't want that right there. How do you get rid of this? Just the News. I don't want that. Just the News. Is that it? Thank you. Kim Potter, the former Minnesota police officer who was convicted of second-degree manslaughter for the fatal shooting of Dante Wright, was released from prison, records show. Potter, who was sentenced to 2 years in prison in 2021, served 16 months behind bars before she was freed Monday at 4 a.m. out of an abundance of caution for her safety, according to Minnesota Department of Corrections. She spent 26 years in law enforcement until she resigned from the Brooklyn Center Police Department 2 days after fatally shooting Wright during a traffic stop on April 11th, 2021. Potter's defense attorney says she thought she was pulling her taser to stop Wright, who was pulling away with an officer partially in the car. The shooting, which sparked several days of protests, occurred during the trial of former Minneapolis officer Derek Chauvin, who was convicted of killing George Floyd. So it was like you had the George Floyd shit happening, and then she did this shit like a few days later. All right. Now, I don't know, like, don't know if 2 years is enough. Like when that happened, I was like, all right, maybe she get a nickel. All right. Like I get it, but it's just like you took somebody's life. You feel me?
And this is a different officer from the one that the family was hugging.
Oh, you know, she got 5. I think she got a nickel, didn't she?
Mm-hmm.
I think she only got a nickel. You talking about Kimberly Geiger? That's what you talking about. Yeah, the family was hugging her, and the bailiff was combing her hair or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And the judge gave her a Bible or something. Yeah, that's Kimberly Geiger. She got like 5 for that. You know what I mean? She only served 2 years for shooting that kid. And and like I said, I don't take no onus or discount off of him for what he was doing. Like, yo, you take your L, yo. You riding dirty, take your L. You know what I mean? But at the same time, she officer on the force for 21 years, and she thought she was going for a taser. I believe that she did think she was going for a taser, and she went for a gun and shot him. But you still shot him, you still killed him. Still need to face the music for that. I thought 5 years would have been lenient, you know what I mean? But sufficient. But only 2 years. But now they're saying it's out of abundance of caution. So I'm interested to know what they mean by that. Was she getting death threats in prison? You know what I mean? I know they got shit they can do for that though. You know what I mean? All right. They got how many? They're pretty sure they got cops in jail right now who they keep away from Gen Pop.
Would seem like, I don't know, because I'm not in there, but it seems like, you watch 60 Days Out and different stuff like that, where you talk to people that have been in. You talk to your people that have been in and out, and you ask them, stuff, and they tell you little things. But as far as I know, they usually have for like those type of people that they were okay with coming in there, they'll like have a different spot for them to be in,
right.
Right. Like in the section, like, I don't know, it might be different there, but they might have like those sections where they have people that were comfortable being informants, people that were ex-police, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And they'll keep them all in their little spot. Like they'll have one little section where it's them, but that's not always the case. But in different spots, it seems like that's what they set up. And the other ones, they have them running rampant.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
you see different scenarios in different spots, I guess.
Emmanuel say he thought she deserved life. I'm like, damn. Geiger got 10 years from according to protocol, so she got 10 years. You know what I mean? And Mr. Carlson says so she doesn't get killed. Yeah, I just thought they had like protocols in order for like situation like that where you got an officer that's going to jail for some shit where they don't get got in prison. They put them in a certain wing or whatever. But 2 years, I don't know. I think that's a bit lenient for her. Like I said, I think that she did mistakenly do it, but you still need to face the consequences for that. That's just me.
We were talking earlier today when you did the work grift stream, right? And I mentioned in the comments, it said, Chicago crime, right? You haven't seen that. I don't know if you saw that article that was up, right? It said conservatives are lying about crime being out of hand. San Francisco is not that bad, and crime is going down overall, right? That was their statement that they made. Mm-hmm. Then in the chat comments, you had Team Blue. Team Blue was in there saying that your blue states are mostly peaceful, and there's red states out there that are doing worse than blue cities, and there's red cities out there doing worse than the blue cities. But you look back into it though, the reality of it though is each and every single one of the cities where there's a lot of different crimes going on, a lot of different killings going on, it's all Democrat run though.
Yeah.
Even you can't even take that and say it's not true for places like Los Angeles or New York or Chicago or Baltimore. All blue, right? Blue through and through, right?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
I looked at it. It said 798 murders in Chicago, and then you had Bmore, which had what? How many was it? 351?
Yeah, 348 or something like that. Yeah.
It's 348 or 351 is what I looked at earlier. I guess maybe it's right, 348 or whatever. So, but you guys have how many people? 340,000,
something like that. Like between, I would say between 3 and 500,000 is what we have.
But Oklahoma City have 650,000 people, and in Oklahoma City you had 60-something murders.
Mm-hmm.
This is way different in the spot, and that's like one of the only spots that you'll see, only major city Republican ran, which has a massive on the murder scale. There's just something bizarre about how whatever the DAs and the council and the juries, and like what we talked about before, if they have to put everybody back on the street because they don't have DAs, juries, and they can't select a jury, they can't get the attorneys, then what are they going to do? You're getting released the same day, and we see that over and over again in the whether it's the newspapers or the articles on the MSM. It says man arrested 59 times, released today, and hurt people. I say, how in the world has he been released 59 times? What are you talking about?
But I say that all the time, right? That's what I always say. He's on
a rampage.
Remember that I said that they let people time after time after time. They give them these chances, right? Chance after chance after chance, right? That's what they get. Chance after chance after chance, and they keep getting this bail until they do the ultimate act of taking somebody's life. Then when they take somebody's life, you look at their rap sheet and it's like, oh shit, right? It's 17 pages long. He should have been put away 16 pages ago, right? They wait until they do this shit. Right? So
wait till it's too late.
And this is the funny part now that you say that, right? So Maryland now is doing they got the Senate State Bill 1. Senate State Bill 1 is made so it can limit where we can carry guns now. So after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the 2A, a lot of states try to figure out how to be like Washington, D.C. Right? Where Washington, D.C. is, you can have your carry permit, but you can't carry it basically nowhere in D.C. Right? Like you can't, like I can't go to Applebee's with my gun because Applebee's sell alcohol. You know what I mean? I can't go to no federal buildings I can't go to the National Mall. I can't go visit the Martin Luther King monument with my gun on me. Like they make it so that you can't do nothing with it. Right? They're okay, you have it, but you can't go nowhere with the shit. So now Maryland's doing the same thing. Where they they say where is it at? They say what is it? We want to make Marylanders safer by limiting where people can carry guns in sensitive areas. Well, what's considered a sensitive area? It's to be determined. I'm sure it's gonna be everywhere that people go, malls, restaurants, shit like that, right? But the thing is, I don't get is that they still don't understand. Either they don't understand or they want people to think otherwise. That criminals they don't give a shit. Okay, I carry my gun wherever I go, right? I got a license to do so. Now you telling me even though I got a license to do so, I can't carry my gun to the mall? What about the little dope boy that got his gun on him at the mall? Them shootouts is still going to happen.
Everybody's strapped up except you.
Everybody's strapped up.
Funny.
Exactly, make me feel funny, bro. And then next thing you know, such and so was gunned down in Security Square Mall parking lot because nobody give a fuck about that Senate Bill 1. Them niggas gonna be like, yeah, all right, whatever. Still got my shit on me. And that's the crazy part, right? They never enforce what they already got on the books. If you're saying that you're gonna be hard on illegal guns, then be hard on illegal guns. Don't say you're gonna be hard on illegal guns on the books and then keep giving these people fucking bail and time, and chance after chance. And now all of a sudden, because crime is through the roof in Baltimore or whatever, now you want to penalize the entire state of Maryland, and that's coming from Westmore, their new Obama. That's coming from Westmore, man. It's coming from their new Obama, because that's what he's gonna be. That's what they trying to make him be. They trying to make him be the new Obama. That's what they want.
Is that right?
Yeah, yo, and it's him.
Propping up Westmore.
They propping up Westmore, bro.
But you know, like we were just on the subject of the police killing people, right?
Yeah.
How many of the police are at? Like, it's 1,700 or 1,800 coming up for. It's gonna be coming up soon. The milestone. We're gonna be at either 1,750 or 1,800. Pretty soon it's gonna be at 2,000 per year. Killings by the police. That's more. That's way more than. Well, that's the United States, right? That's for the whole of the United States. But still, that outranks all the killing that goes on in any of these mass events. That outranks all the killing that goes on in any of these cities that are murder capitals. If you were just to take Chicago and put it up against 2,000 killings by the police, that's why it's funny to say like you want the police to, is what their argument is every time. You want the government and the police to be the only ones with the weapons, yet the death toll from them is going up year over year over year. They're out here killing more and more and more people. What's going on with the training? What's going on with them? You know, can we give them some batons, some billy sticks, since you're so anti-gun? So what you want to do with the police next?
Right. Exactly.
No, because the argument every time is no, let them keep their weapons. Why? How does that make any sense? How is your argument guns are bad, guns are evil, only the military and only the police should have them, but then you're going to be back out there marching on these streets once they put that boot on your head again, once they put that boot on your neck, once they shoot another young man, you're going to be back out here on these streets. But then you're going to turn right around and hit the internet with, let the army and let the police have the guns, let them be the only ones with it.
Yeah, Emmanuel says, as someone in the DMV, please don't let your city become DC. He's right though.
I got hold up. Let me look at this real quick. I'm gonna look at the stats. I got them up on the system in the back behind me.
All right, cool. Go ahead and get it. So, Mr. Carlson says, like London, no guns, but stabbings every 3 minutes. That's right. You know what I mean? You know. Shit, where we at? Up, wrong one. Yeah, in Washington State, they just banned rifles, quote unquote assault rifles outright, straight up. They banned the sale and possession of rifles, period. Which is nonsensical. It's crazy. In a state that don't even have that type of crime. That's how I'll get. Joe Beer says, if I remember correctly, there was a guy that had his pistol on him who stopped the shooter in a mall last summer. I think he was shooting something like 40 plus. Yeah, he put 10 rounds on his ass at 40 yards at in a mall in Indiana.
We covered that. What was that cat's name?
That. I forgot his name.
Jason Nickelslick or something. He had a hard last name to pronounce.
Yeah, he had a hard last name to pronounce. But that's the crazy part, right? He put 10 rounds on his ass at 40 yards.
He didn't get invited to Good Morning America.
And instead, they demonized that kid. Oh, he wasn't supposed to have it in the mall.
They wanted that event to go down.
He's a vigilante.
They got he put one of the Treadstone boys in the graver.
Yeah, he did. He's like, he's a vigilante. Like a vigilante? He saved how many people? I think one person got shot.
Yeah. He's American. He's an American treasure.
Shooter? You don't hear his name?
American treasure. Nah, they didn't do anything for him.
Or Stephen Williford with the Sutherland Spring shooting. Yeah, the Sutherland Spring shooting. The old man that jumped out the bed, ran and engaged the shooter at the church.
Oh man. And the church videos too, where they had every single person in the church was strapped up and a person came in there to light up the church and they all put him down.
Oh yeah. He went in there with that shotgun. He shot like one person. And that dude
had 20 people that were strapped in that church.
Yeah, everybody got it with the gun, but the security guard put his ass. Another great shot, 15-yard headshot. 15-yard headshot with people moving in panic. But you wanna start to the limit where we carry. Meanwhile, my church just had a whole my wife was telling me because she went, I didn't know what it was about. They had a whole active shooter scenario. Like not scenario, but meeting. Oh, and they going about the shit all wrong because they want to they asking people to be like, well, we asking that you be the last one out should an event happen to make sure everyone gets out the church. I'm like, shit, yeah. I looked at her like, you get your ass out the church. We got kids, right? Like, if anything, you need to lead people out the church. You don't need to be like, no. I was like, why are they doing that? I said, first off, they need to invest in their first line of defense, which is Guns, right? Church I go to, we got security. It's 2 guys that sit up front who got guns. When I come to church, I'm on the security ministry. Now, my church left a bad taste in my mouth when they told me I couldn't come to church if I didn't have a vaccine. Right? However, my kids and my wife go there. So I'm gonna make sure my family, right? So if you need me there to do security, I'm coming strapped. I might have something in the backpack too. Just in case.
We're putting on the whole armor of God.
Putting on the whole armor of God. My rod, my staff, they cover me. I'm dead ass serious. Like it's like, no, you need to put your first line of defense. You need people with guns. Like, it's a bunch of us in church that's strapped, and it's been that way. But we know how to conceal it. Got suits and shit on. You don't see our guns. But it's like, no. So you asking my wife and other women to be the last people out of the church?
What's it with this perception that we have that you're supposed to be fearful? God didn't give you a spirit of fear. Right.
That's like,
but a sound mind.
Yeah, like your ass is not gonna be the last person out the fucking church.
I guess and it's ingrained in people that are doing it to the kids out here too. Is look at the guns and be afraid. Nah, look at it and see this as a tool. It's a tool just like a sword, a knife, a hammer. It's a tool.
That's it. It's a tool, exactly. Meanwhile,
you could be taken out with anything under the sun. Go get this jack out the car and take you out.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you have no idea what somebody could be coming with. Even a diminutive person, you know, a little short person, a small person, even a female could take out a big hulking dude if they hit you the right way, get you in your neck or something like that, or right straight to the heart. So you just got to be aware of where you at.
Saw said he pulled up suited like Master Chief. I'm gonna show y'all. Look, hold up.
Master Chief. He pulled up suit like Master Chief. Oh my goodness. Suited like Master Chief.
Shit heavy.
Oh my goodness.
You see this?
Yeah.
I had to take a goddamn 30-06. All right. I got the magazines that hold pistols and AR magazines. It's fucking 25 pounds of vest right here. And once you help me build this 300 blackout, I'm gonna take that with me too. But it's like, you know what I mean? It's a no-brainer, but they want to make shit harder. I think they want to do it to make more shootings happen. That's what I think. I think they want to do it because they want more shit to happen. Because that's what's going to happen.
They want to get strict out there and be more, huh?
Yeah, that's exactly what they're trying to do. They want to be more strict out here and be more. No, they just want more laws on the books. They ain't gonna fucking follow the law. This shit is ridiculous.
Oh.
Westmore, I swear, yo. Come on, you ain't stupid, yo. I know you not. I don't know who you got backing you telling you to do this dumb shit. But you're not dumb. Stopping law-abiding citizens who went out of their way to get their permits is not going to stop gun crime in Baltimore. You want to stop gun crime in Baltimore and Maryland, period? Enforce the laws that's already on the books. Stop creating new laws that don't mean shit. You know what that law tell us? That we just got to conceal better. That's it. This shit is dumb. To me, it's just a virtue signal bill. That's all it is. That's all it is. I should do a podcast. He ain't coming on my podcast. And I'm mad at him. He seemed like a decent guy. But his policies is shit. Like, come on, yo. Really? This is dumb. Maryland Senate bill. It should pass the House and the Senate in Maryland. And this should go to show you guys, Maryland, to stop fucking voting for Democrats. Stop voting because there's a D in their name. Now your dumbasses who went and got permits because you could, Now you can't carry the shit nowhere, and if you do, you gonna fucking you in trouble. That's the funny part. I know hella people like, oh, I can get my permit. Yo, can you help me get my permit? Can you help me do the paperwork? Can you help me do this? But then y'all motherfuckers turn around and vote for Westmore. For what? Oh, he's Maryland's first black governor. Who the fuck cares? Y'all just want a face like yours to take your freedoms. Is that what it is? Fucking dumb.
You might have hit the nail on the head with that one, Kenna.
I don't get it sometimes.
That was bars. You just want someone that looks like you to take your freedoms. Goodness.
Emmanuel said Baltimore needs a million things. More gun control isn't it? That's exactly right. That's right, man. Policies have killed Maryland. Shit is crazy, bro. Wabi said pulling up looking like Ghost. Shit, I'm having Soap and McTavish with me.
It's funny.
Candy going to work with John, going to church with John Wick. Like my homeboy, he police. He's like, yo, like the church talking about throw shoes and shit at the shooter in defense.
Well, like, what kind of nonsense time was the?
I'm like, and this is what I don't think. Like, it's like the you know, in most churches, right? Yeah. They got exits, but for the most part, the sanctuary is a fucking funnel. So everybody gathered in one spot. You know what I mean? It's just a turkey shoot. You gotta invest in your ground game. You gotta invest in your ground assault.
Man, they don't have them all strapped up in there, huh? They need to be.
They need to be.
They need to be strapped up coming in.
On top of that,
service.
The church needs to be ready. The church needs to be ready to assume liability should one of us take action and put the shooter down.
Yeah.
And not leave us out to dry when should we have to go to court for this shit. You know what I mean? Because imagine that, right? Westmore, right? One of the sensitive places we can't carry. One of the sensitive places we can't carry, right?
Right.
Is church. Watch. I guarantee it. Meanwhile, some shit happened in a Baltimore City or a Maryland church. Somebody shoot the fucking shooter. Now the person that shot the shooter got to go to court.
And be in
trouble because he wasn't supposed to have his gun in church. You
did the wrong thing, saving those people's lives.
Right. Should have fucking got out of Dodge while I had the chance.
Oh, goodness.
Sister Mary was about to take one to the head, so I shot the nigga. Now I gotta go to jail.
It's rough.
It's rough, bro. And that's the funny part is that people don't think. It's like, okay, you want to put that law on the books? Okay. Like I said with the guy on the debate I was in. All right, cool. You got that passed. Now what? How you gonna go about enforcing that? How you gonna go about enforcing that law? How you gonna go about enforcing that law, Wes?
You know, have you seen Mexico's murder index?
No, what is that?
It's outrageous. Look, so there's this spot, Tijuana, right? Tijuana, and then the little surrounding cities like next to it, by the sides of it, all together it comes to like 7,000 murders.
A year? This year?
In Tijuana, yeah, a year. In Tijuana alone, it's like close to 3,000. But there's like these cities and these suburbs that are all nearby, and if you add all those up together, you get to 7,000 murders. I'm like, good night. They murk each other out there big time. And you have another spot, I think, somewhere in Brazil. It might be Rio de Janeiro. They have a massive toll too. It's like over 1,000 something a year in just their city.
That's fucking crazy. Damn. Anyway, all y'all cities, all y'all states like New Jersey and New York, all in places where they bucking the Supreme Court ruling. Connecticut, all in places, they coming your way too.
New York's number 2 on the, let's see, murder capital. So the top 10 is Chicago, New York, Houston, LA, Philly, Baltimore, Detroit, Memphis, St. Louis, and Indianapolis. DC is last.
Jesus.
But you have Chicago at 798, New York at 468, Houston at 460. Is that 460 or 4? I can't read it. LA was at 351, Philly at 351, B-more 348 last year, Detroit 328, Memphis 289, St. Louis 263, Indy 239, DC 227, and then not included though is New Orleans at 201. That's your top murder cities, murder capitals.
Yeah, Emmanuel says the fact that Baltimore is in the top 10 with under 400K is staggering. Yeah, them niggas take great pride in that shit too. They love
murder capitals.
Baltimore murderlands, like what they like to call it.
Every single murder capital is Democrat run, but there's no link according to their side. There's just no link at all with that. It's just a coincidence.
Yeah. Speaking of that, speaking of fighting for democracy, Nickelslick running for re-election.
Who cares? Boo. He'll be 999 years old. I don't even know if he's gonna make it past election day.
Joe Biden is running for re-election. Oh my goodness gracious.
He'll probably be Kamala up there when they. He'll be how old though? 84, 85, something like that.
Is that what it's gonna be?
I don't remember. Something like that. He's gonna be way up there.
Did you see his what's it called? Campaign whatever the fuck it was. His campaign commercial or something.
He has an ad?
Yeah. Is this it?
A lot of progress.
No, that's not it. He just finished the job. Let me see if I can't find it.
Brother. What job? Giving money to Ukraine, that job? Talking about finish the job. So I said he's gonna turn to dust like it's not at the museum. He got turned to dust like the Indiana Jones in the Holy Grail episode, The Last Crusade.
Here it go right here. Let's check this bullshit out. You know what they got lead off with, right? You know what they got lead off with, right?
Something about Trump.
No. Kinda.
MAGA country. MAGA country.
Fair use.
Freedom. Personal freedom is fundamental to who we are as Americans.
There's nothing more important, nothing more sacred.
That's been the work of my first term, to fight
freedom. 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 I'm going to take all your freedom. I'm going to put you in debt.
He reminds me of the old man puppet that Jim Gaffigan or whatever that puppet guy does, where he has the old grumpy guy and he's like,
Jeff Dunham.
Jeff Dunham, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
Number one ventriloquist dude. He has the old grumpy guy.
Oh,
freedom. Hey.
Look at this fake ass Kodak fucking smile commercial right
Probably
here.
CGI'd in. Kamala wasn't nowhere near him that day.
Nowhere near that.
For our democracy.
This shouldn't be a red or blue issue.
To protect our rights, to make sure that everyone in this country is treated equally and that everyone is given a fair shot at making it. But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to
MAGA extremists, right?
MAGA extremists.
He just said it's not a red or blue issue, but then let's come at you with some division anyway.
Oh, MAGA extremists aren't red or blue. They're not red or blue. They're fucking the Branch Davidians in his fucking eyes. They're fucking cold. Holy shit, he think they the KKK.
But you know, around the country, MAGA extremists are lining up to take on those bedrock freedoms, cutting Social Security that you paid for your entire life.
That's because you done ran the fucking deficits up so high. You done incentivize people to not work. Social Security ain't gonna make it. I won't see it. Right? I don't know who's gonna see it. I mean, I don't know. If you in your 50s right now, you probably won't see it.
Nah, Social Security's done for.
Social
Isn't
Security
our dollar
is done for. You know how Social Security gonna survive if you get everybody back working again, and then you make everybody work until they 75 years old. Only way you can save Social Security. The funny part is, it's got social in the fucking in the title of it, which tells you that the shit wasn't meant to last in the first fucking place. You depending on capitalism to save Social Security. The funny part is Social Security was on the rise until Nickelslick got in office. Let's keep going.
Cutting taxes for the very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books, and
what? Oh, I just backed up. I'm sorry.
Are lining up very wealthy, dictating what healthcare decisions women can make, banning books.
Banning books. Banning books. No, they're not banning books. They don't want their kids seeing a man getting his dick sucked. In the third grade.
You see in the little imagery, they got the little all kinds of weird rainbow stuff going down in the little books Unite Us, and then they're just trying to indoctrinate the kids. They're coming for the children.
Right. They don't want their kids reading books called. They don't want their kids reading the gay BCs.
Ugh. Censorship divides us. Oh Lord have mercy.
I need a new butt.
Man, the little babies don't need that kind of weird stuff in their
joys
libraries.
Of masturbation. That's what they don't need. It's not banning books. Chat GPT wrote this speech.
And telling people who they can love, all while making them more.
You remember
telling people who they could love? Huh?
Remember when it said him and Obama were staunchly against gay marriage? Remember that?
Yeah, he said it looks like a hellhole. America's going to hell in a handbasket, and that was his speech, wasn't it? When he was on with the character that they got rid of.
Yep. Go look it up.
What was that character's name? He kept on. Oh, the one that invented the red versus blue states. The man that invented that, he passed away.
I'm not sure.
See what his name was.
All I know is
political commentator. He's the one that he was doing the interview with.
Nickelslick. Nickelslick was for 700 miles of border wall, and he was against gay marriage.
More difficult for you to be able
Tim
to
Russert.
Tim Russert, yes.
When I ran for president 4 years ago, I said we're in a battle for the soul of America, and we still are. The question we're facing is...
Meanwhile, he sold America's soul to the highest bidder. He done sold our soul to the highest bidder. What did they say happened? He signed some shit between Canada and Mexico. Now we don't have any sovereignty. Nickelslick sold us out a long time ago.
Whether in the years ahead we have more freedom or less freedom, more rights or fewer, I know what I want the answer to be, and I think you do too. This is not a time to be complacent. That's why I'm running for re-election. Because I know America. I know we're good and decent people. I know we're still a country that believes in honesty and respect and treating each other with dignity. That we're a nation where we give hate no safe harbor. We believe that everyone is equal, that everyone should be given a fair shot to succeed in this country.
Thank you for choosing us.
In this one commercial, I've seen 3 different Bidens. I've seen 3 different Bidens in this commercial so far.
Every generation of Americans has faced a moment when they have to defend democracy. Stand up for our personal freedom. Stand up for the right to vote and our civil rights. And this is our moment.
I just want to see the comments. Do you think the comments is turned off for this video? I'm curious to see after this, y'all. I'm curious to see after this.
We believe in democracy.
with me. Go to joebiden.com and sign up. Let's finish this job. I know we can, because this is the United States of America. There's nothing.
They might have created him on the AI engine for this shit.
There's nothing we cannot do if we do it together.
Let's finish the job, all right. He gonna fucking put the final nail in the coffin for America is what he's about to do. Let's finish the job. Yeah, let's finish the job, all right. Take everything. Own nothing, be happy. 15-minute cities. Fucking CBDC coming soon. Let's finish the job. The Great Reset has not begun yet. He's still crashing the system. Once he crashes the system,
that was a good ad. That was a real good ad. Get you hyped up for 4 more years of destruction.
Yeah.
It wasn't, you know, you ever
be
watched
the last president for real.
You ever watched that epic ad that Reagan had?
Why is age trending? Go ahead.
You ever watched the epic re-election ad that Reagan had?
No.
It's morning in America. That was the best re-election ad of all time. Just made you feel good. Made you feel good all over. That was the greatest one of all time, and that's what everyone tries to duplicate since that ad. You'll have to check it out sometime.
So check it, right? I'm gonna check it out sometime. You're right, but at least Reagan was like a popular president.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let's go back.
It's a garbage behind closed doors and a lovely individual in front of those cameras.
256,000. 266,000 views on it 17 hours ago. Somebody said this ad campaign has more footage of Kamala than we've seen her the whole first term.
Oh yeah, she's been kind of MIA lately. I think that I think that she's going through president school behind closed doors. What you think?
Say it again.
I said I think that they are teaching Kamala how to be the president behind closed doors.
Oh yeah, I've been
putting her through classes.
Yeah, I've been
and teaching her what to say and what not to say, and telling her to just stop giggling and laughing about everything.
Oh yeah, definitely. I agree. I said it a while ago.
Because she's MIA every single day. We don't know. We haven't seen her.
This dude said, I haven't finished destroying America yet. Let's finish the job. I just said, they said AI totally made this. And guess what? Not a joke. No, I'm serious. Don't jump. Come on, man. This comment session should be reserved for history. I can't wait for the debates. Speaking of that, they said that they're not going to do the debates. They were saying that the Democrats might not do the debates.
Well, remember when he first got in, he wasn't doing any speeches. He wasn't doing any meet the presses. He wasn't doing any press tours. He wasn't talking to anybody. And he's stuck to that mostly. For the most part, he has the girl at the podium all the time.
Right.
Jean or whatever her name is. First he had the redhead Peppermint Patty, right? Now they've got the other girl at the podium.
Damn, man, you said about teaching her to be president, you mean working her throat, man.
I wonder what Trump's ad's gonna be. I bet Trump ad is gonna be epic.
This will go down in American history as our first AI presidential campaign. Scary stuff. Here we go, the ultimate rematch. Currently 5K likes, 12,000 dislikes. Is that right? I don't see the dislikes. How do you see dislikes?
Oh, you have to go to there's a website that you go to. You click it in. You click in the thing because YouTube is trying to hide the dislikes for the videos that do really bad.
12,000 dislikes. He got so not only is he getting savaged in his comment section, the video also got ratioed. Jesus. Video starts like a trailer for a new entry into the United States cinematic universe. This time darker, more scarier. Darker and more serious than ever before. Yo, they going hard.
Yeah, they are, and they're calling it like it is too, with making the comments about it being AI created. Like they use Chat GPT to come up with this ad. It really feels that way. It doesn't feel authentic.
I didn't even look at the chat until just now. Like that's what it looked like. He looked like it. I'm telling you guys, that fucking AI engine that they're using is fucking crazy. They're using that same fucking engine that they're using for that video game for Nickelslick. Holy smokes, bro! I tell you. Anyway, let's get to the final story before we go to the Rumble exclusive. Oh man.
What's the y'all got the link to the video?
What video?
That we were just looking at.
Oh, it was just on Joe Biden's. I give it to you in your
thing. Okay.
Yeah, give me a second. I just sent it to you. I just DM'd it to you. So let's get to the final story. Where we go? What's the name? Here we go. So, Don Lemon got canned from CNN, and Fox News and Tucker Carlson decided to part ways. I'm starting to feel like it's more of a coincidence than it's supposed to be. So apparently Rupert Murdoch was like, we got to get rid of Tucker Carlson now. I still haven't yet looked into why they wanted to get rid of him. My guess is that they didn't want another lawsuit on their hands. I think they indirectly thought that Tucker was a part of the whole Juneteenth shit. And they just paid that $787 billion settlement. And now you got Ray Epps posturing up to sue. All right, which dirtbag. Then you got Don Lemon. You got Don Lemon catty ass. I don't even know how he lasted this long. I think the Vivek Ramaswamy, I think that shit was the nail in the coffin for him.
Yeah, I mean the part that really had to be bad though was the part where he said whatever race you're supposed to be, right? I don't think that flew. That was the worst part, but I know that the media was trying to run bail and run cover for that part like they always do. But I'm sure that it didn't sit well with any of the big wigs that are gonna be like, nah, if you look at that, like whatever was posted earlier in the community where it said that Indian Americans are making up the highest amount of money in America right now, the median income or whatever, over $100,000 in Indian American families, and then you see a lot of big wigs, like we're getting to see with Ramaswamy and all the people that are trying to put him into rotation right now. It's just like what we got with the British Prime Minister too. So we're gonna see more and more of that Asian community coming into the light, just like what I think I think they'll really be pushing for Kamala to be president. I think that she's gonna claim Indian heritage for that too.
You think so?
Yeah, that's what they're trying to set up. They're trying to set up this because you look at it, the power play that's going on, the dynamic shift of America and financially. I think they're gonna be putting more and more Asians at the forefront here shortly.
That's interesting.
And I think that Don Lemon was stepping on toes, especially if CNN is looking to get help with their media empire and they're lagging behind, they're falling behind. And those other groups like you mentioned earlier, those are starting to catch up. Newsmax, One Broadcast, all those different spots.
Yeah,
they're starting to get more and more funding. More and more people are tuning out.
Yeah, you're right though. So let's get over to this real quick. So look at what it says. I was informed this morning by my agent that I have been terminated by CNN. I'm stunned. After 17 years at CNN, I would have thought that someone in management would have the decency to tell me directly. In no time was I was ever given any indication that I would not be able to continue to do the work I have loved at the network. It is clear that there are some larger issues at play. Wonder what those larger issues are. What you think you're gonna say? It's because I'm a gay black male.
Oh my goodness!
In a woman dominated, you can start blaming women in a female dominated industry. They just want to
matriarchy. The matriarchy pushed me to the side.
Not the fact that your show is shit. Not the fact that you always get up in arms to start whining and being all fucking queenish when it comes to some guest that you got that's giving you the fucking business, and you don't know how to fucking, you don't have no resolve or know how to debate anybody. You always want to do that activist shit, but you can't back up or substantiate your claims. No, that got nothing to do with you getting fired, Don. They ain't got a goddamn thing to do with you getting fired, huh? Holy shit. Like, it's just, I don't understand it.
Funny though.
Oh my gosh. Let me see. He said it's clear there's bigger issues at play. With that said, I want to thank my colleagues and many teams that I've worked with for an incredible run. They are the most talented, blah, 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 blah.
He was spilling his mimosa everywhere while writing that.
Mimosa, he had a nervous breakdown. He had a nervous breakdown. He probably was crying. His husband had to come and fucking console him. He probably fucking went and cleaned out his little desk with his box and threw a fucking plastic trash can at the window and yelled radio like on fucking Do the Right Thing.
This like the I saw the leftist media was covering it just slightly, right? But they was mostly covering Tucker. Well, I feel like there was coordination, don't you? There had to be coordination.
I think so.
Those two big wigs at the networks had to say, "Hey, we dropping Don. Who you about to drop? Oh, we dropping Tucker. Okay, let's do it tomorrow. All right, bet."
But see, this is
say
the thing,
less.
Right? This is the thing, right? You see, they said he was a diva and called some coworkers fat. Oh, he did more than that, allegedly. Remember the story? Was it?
Oh my goodness!
Didn't he like corner some guy in a bathroom and make him sniff his fingers or some shit? Or was that Spartacus? Cory Booker. Don Lemon did some fucking dirty shit too.
Cory Booker Don Lemon.
Yeah, Don Lemon did some shit too. Like some fucking deviant shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, Soledad O'Brien said he was an asshole. Like all these women, he was always being mean to all these women at CNN.
Was it?
Fucking catty ass man always going after the women. You know what I mean? Like if he didn't get put on like an important like assignment, he threw a fucking bitch fit. He was a prima donna.
Patriarchy was keeping him down.
Yeah, but they kept him there because he was a diversity hire. I'll just keep Don around. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, Emmanuel, check this out though. Those big wigs run in the same circles, the elites. I'm talking about the people that run CNN, the people that run Fox, the Rupert Murdochs and all them characters. If one of them talks to another one of them, like Don Lemon and Tucker aren't on their level, right? They're not at that elite bloodline level, thick, you know, that's a different tier. There's a different tier of this pyramid. You have people at one spot. Who's your boss? You know, like KROS-One used to say, take me to your manager. Yeah. That manager have a manager over that manager over that manager. You know what I'm saying? It goes down.
But nobody ever sees the franchise owner.
Right. No one ever sees the franchise owner. Like KROS-One was saying.
Right. But that's the thing. But I don't know, because I kind of agree with Emmanuel too, because simple fact is, why do like okay, so Tucker was the biggest news anchor period across all cable media. Right? His show was pulling in more numbers than CNN all day. Right?
Yeah.
He was the fucking man over there.
Oh yeah.
Now, some people believe that Tucker was running his own outlet within Fox News because he was bucking that system, right? But he was the most popular person. Now, it's also alleged that a lot of ad dollars had left because of the whole Juneteenth shit, right? So they're saying that he might not have been pulling in even though he was as popular as he was, and his shows was getting the ratings that they were getting, because some advertisers pulled out might have cost him some money. But I think if that was the case, they would have let him go a while ago. However,
then you see.
Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say. Then you see, what's his name? You see the news coverage though, when they were showing Don Lemon though, like they weren't clowning him like that though. They were going after Tucker because Tucker's the real threat out here.
Yeah,
and then that call that HJ got too. What was the caller say? They were begging HJ that Tucker should have his own podcast and Tucker should have his own platform.
I think so. I think that if Tucker put out a fucking show tomorrow, it'd do.
They were saying the caller was saying this prior though. The caller was saying this like 4 days ago or something like this prior to them being fired. They were like, how come Tucker doesn't have his own thing? I guess he's scared. He should have his own thing today. He should do it right now. Y'all remember, everyone that was in the chat should remember that caller was talking about to HJ. And then I thought that probably is the move though. I was sitting there thinking, yeah, that most likely is the move. He probably is trying to put something together, leave because he's got such a huge following all on his own. And look at Joe Rogan and look at, the numbers that he pulls. I imagine that he could match those type of numbers.
I legit think that if Tucker did a show tonight, if he just fucking just turn on his phone and just start recording, right? That shit would do Rogan numbers today. He has the audience. He has the chops to do it. They're going to follow him. You know what I mean? Fuego with the $5 Rumble rant. I appreciate you. Motherfucker. Oh, wrong one. Shit. I just fucked up. There we go. He says Tucker is buddies now with Alex Jones and starting to become a liability with reporting way outside of the narrative. Tucker going to get his big bag now. That's a good take. I'm telling you, yo, I guarantee the
Don Bongino was out too.
Oh, Dan Bongino?
Yeah, he's out over there at Fox too.
But he was never working for Fox. He had a show, but it was like a partnership. Like he wasn't like, you know what I mean? So it was kind of different with him and Fox News.
They opening the way for HJ.
Because Dan Bongino was already Dan Bongino was already successful before Fox.
You've seen Fox's Soul channel, right?
Yeah.
Have you watched it?
Yeah,
Sit there and watch it?
No, I've seen a couple. Like I seen Tyrus got some shit right.
Yeah, I sit there and watch it from time to time. I got it on, I can't remember which one. My systems has it in it. Fox Soul in there. But it's kind of interesting because they kind of like just let them freestyle over there on that basically. Like they just say all kind of different stuff. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I don't know. Would you head over there to Fox if they give you the call, Kanan?
If they gave me enough money? Hell fucking yeah, I'm out. Yep, god damn it. I'll stop cussing. All that stuff. Or Fox Soul. We're gonna call it Jay and Ken in the basement. Welcome to Jay and Ken in the basement.
Hey, look, that's how what's his name started out with, right? The Wayne's World and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It was low level and they blew up. That's kind of basically the same deal.
I would try to negotiate. I would negotiate that. I need to keep as much journalistic integrity over me as possible.
Fox couldn't handle the chat. Chat might be getting too spicy.
The chat gonna be turned off and shit.
I don't know. We might be seeing HJ get his spot here in a second though, because if you have all these openings, that just leaves it open for someone else to come through. If everyone else got their own spots too.
Yeah, I just think they made a mistake with letting Tucker. Like, they're gonna lose a lot of their audience. But he has the audience. He has the juice. So if he decide to go, because you already know all of these bigger companies are already courting him. Not even bigger. I'm sorry, they're not even bigger companies, because I don't know if they can get it bigger than Fox and them. But like I know the Blaze probably called him. We know Daily Wire reached out. Tim Pool said that he was trying to reach out.
You think that they don't have a huge name getting lined up at Fox, or at least they think they do? That's what I'm not saying that Fox did anything stupid. I think that they have some big names that they've been courting behind the scenes that they're getting ready to bring on over, that they're gonna say, check out the new talent. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know who that would be.
I don't know, but I'm not saying that they did it. I think because they know, you know your worth, you know your worth, you know your talent. You keep track of that, right? You keep track of the numbers, but you also at the same time are keeping track of all the other people's numbers out there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They might be bringing on a whole different little rotation.
Because ain't Tucker the reason why Lawrence B. Jones is there? If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what Sonny said before, that Tucker backed Lawrence B. Jones to be there. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's what
Sirius. I remember. She's on Sirius already. I don't know what they might have Sonny come through for, because Greg Gutfield already have,
right,
her come on often. HJ come on often. So we'll see. We just gotta see Uncle Hotep in the mix.
They gonna get So I'm trying. Just put me on ESPN 8 The Ocho. I'll be all right. Just Pearly has the face for silent movies. Cut it out.
Wait, is someone saying that Just Pearly will be on over there?
No, he said she got the face for silent movies. It was a trip. But yeah, I mean, I think Don Lemon though, on the other hand, I don't see him being successful as a podcaster. He's one of those people where he has to be a part of a network. He can't do it by himself. I don't think he has the intellectual fortitude to do it by himself, or wherewithal. I think he's the black fuck. He's what's the motherfucker from Anchorman?
From who?
Anchorman. Remember Will Ferrell's Anchorman? What's his name? What was the name?
I don't know.
Hey, look at that. I done fucked up my own goddamn joke.
I can't recall that. I can't recall his.
Oh my gosh.
His pretend acting name.
Ron Burgundy. He's the black Ron Burgundy.
Oh, Ron Burgundy. That's it.
Yeah, he's the black Ron Burgundy.
Why didn't they make a part 3? They never came out with the part 3. You only had part 1 and 2.
Because part 2 fucking jumped the shark.
It was silly, but I thought it was still.
It wasn't better than one.
They did too much fighting though in that one. Remember?
Yeah.
They had too much that meet me in the park. I think Kevin. What's his name was in there? Kevin Hart.
Oh yeah, he wasn't the
Emmanuel was saying that BlackRock wanted Tucker out.
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure BlackRock probably owned a shit ton of stake in Fox and CNN and MSNBC. BlackRock playing the VIG. But this is the thing though. Tucker Carlson gonna land on his feet. I guarantee the next couple of weeks he gonna have his own thing. I don't think he goes to another outlet. I don't. Don Lemon on the other hand, that motherfucker gonna be on MSNBC. He might be on the Young Turks. You know what I mean? Who knows? He might be at Vox. But he's one. I don't think he can do his own thing. I don't think he's
gonna be one of the divas on The View.
Danny on 58% of Fox. Are you serious? Damn. That's crazy. And 64% of Dominion voting. So they just paid themselves. Damn. But I'm telling you guys, this shit is crazy. I think I think they're distracting us from something else though, because this shit fucking dominated the news cycle for like 2 days. But the thing about it is, when he went after Nikki Haley saying that she was too old, and then got called out by his own fucking co-host. You know what I mean? That was the issue. The fact that he had his own show on CNN and then got demoted to a fucking co-host on a morning show was another red flag for him. There's no indication. Yeah, nigga, there was no indication. Then you go for Vivek Ramaswamy, you disrespected his heritage. Then when you were losing the fucking battle, you took your earpiece out and started playing the black card.
Yeah, that really got him. He didn't want to listen to his handlers.
You look like a complete asshole. And that's probably the last.
I know that those handlers went and complained ASAP. They were like, "Hey, we told him to cut it out, man. We told him it's not the move to make," and he just went ahead and did his own thing.
Well, he gonna go try to be the next press secretary.
Probably right.
It's ridiculous. It's sad though. Like he. And the funny part is, back in the day, like doing like the whole Freddie Gray shit, Don Lemon had some good points. He was kind of like based a little bit. Don Lemon was like, fucking pull your pants up and act, got some fucking sense. Nobody want to see this, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, okay, you tell him, Don. And then somewhere along the line, this motherfucker went ultra left. I'm serious. Go look up that shit when he told them people, he said, get your acts together, pull up your pants, act like you got some goddamn sense. And that's what happened when you toe the line. That's what happened when you play the left's games, Don. You become collateral damage. And you have nothing to show. I hope you saved up enough money, my nigga. Because I don't see anybody touching you. Maybe MSNBC might. Maybe you'll be on Morning Joe. Maybe you'll be a contributor or something somewhere. Maybe you got enough money to just chill and say fuck it. I don't know. But anyway, Tucker gonna be alright, I think. But Don Lemon,
tough break, nigga.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, so check it, right, guys. I wanted to show y'all something. This is, you know, with all of this Ray Epps shit coming out. I'm not bold enough to play this shit here on YouTube. But I've been railing against Ray Epps for the longest, right? And I'm going to show y'all. We're going to go back and recap one of the videos that, one of the streams we did on Ray Epps, guys, because the media been trying to throw him bail for the longest time. When HJ showed the 60-minute shit, I thought it was old because I remember I thought it might have been another media outlet, but people were saying the same shit over and over and over again, and going to get interviews from him and all this other stuff. Meanwhile, everybody else that was down there fucking getting fucking time, this motherfucker getting press. It's ridiculous to me. Anyway, guys, check it, right? I'm about to put the link to Rumble in the chat. And we're going to try to keep it short and sweet too, guys. All right, I just put the link to Rumble in the chat. Also, I'll put it in the description. All right, boom. So it's in the description and it's in the chat, guys. Head on over to Rumble. We're gonna touch on Ray Epps for a little bit. But anyway, for YouTube, I appreciate you guys. Head on over to Rumble. Hit that link, guys. Come hang out with us over there. Also, hit that like button on the way in, guys. Hit that like button on the way into Rumble. Really appreciate it. We got 21 watching over there right now. We only got 8 likes. Let's get them likes up. Anyway, that's it for YouTube, guys. For Jay Pyle on his Cannon Hotel saying be blessed, stay strapped, don't miss. Don Lemon,
tough break, nigga.
We got that shit.
Don't relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes. Niggas need to wake up. Niggas need to relax and take notes.